At Young Real Estate, we understand the importance of face-to-face interactions. Our experienced agents are here to listen to your needs and personalize your home buying or selling experience. But we also recognize the power of technology. Young Real Estate offers virtual showings, allowing you to explore properties from the comfort of your own home. Young Real Estate, where technology meets a personal touch. Your dreams, our expertise. Contact us today and let's make your dream home a reality.
At SEMO Health Network, we strive to provide caring and affordable health care while making our patients feel welcome in our warm and friendly atmosphere. With locations throughout Southeast Missouri, we provide medical, dental, OB, and behavioral health services to anyone and everyone that may need it. Visit SEMO Health Network for your wellness exams, COVID and flu vaccinations, lab services, dental exams, counseling, and more. For more information, visit our website and let SEMO Health Network take care of you.
Welcome to First State Community Bank, where the community is at the heart of everything we do. At FSCB, we're your trusted neighbors, committed to strengthening the connections that make our town thrive. You get more face time with our dedicated team to understand your unique needs and help guide you to financial success. We also provide the latest technology, so you can enjoy the convenience without compromising the personalized touch. Experience our hometown advantage with modern conveniences. Visit us at fscb.com.
In football, every play starts with one goal: protect the ball. It takes strength, teamwork, and focus to keep it safe. At First State Bank and Trust, we protect what you worked hard for, your finances. With us, you'll have a team that's always alert, keeping your money safe from every angle, through every challenge. We're here to protect your finances, because at First State Bank and Trust, your financial security is our game plan. First State Bank and Trust. Strong, secure, trusted. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Please pass the hot sauce. No, none of that watered down ketchup. Give me the heat.
At Southern Bank, we're never not helpful.
Next stop, Spicy City.
Helping spicy grandmas and everybody else.
Thank you. Thank you for letting us be a part of your family and for trusting us with the ones you love the most. Thank you for allowing us to be a part of those lifelong memories. Thank you for taking us on the job and for putting us to work. Thank you for choosing us for your first vehicle and for every vehicle after. Thank you for trusting us for 70 years.
My name is Kevin Rossville. I'm a farmer from Prairie County, Arkansas. Been farming since 1991. Started farming with my father-in-law when I got married. We've been raising rice ever since. We've all been looking for something for a change for years. And I think this 263L is going to be the next and up-and-coming thing for us. It's really going to work well on a lot of different ground and a lot of different farms around here.
Dynagro 263L, available exclusively at Nutrient Ag Solutions. Agriculture is not a fad, and it's not for the faint of heart. Long days become long nights, sacrificing time away from your family, even on weekends, just so you can get the crop in and get the crop out. This is your way of life. At Farm Credit Southeast Missouri, we are 100% bought into your commitment. Because we are customer-owned, it is our mission to be your ag lender, and we intend to be your value-added partner for next year and the long term.
do things the right way, we do it honestly, and we do it well. We go to trial with confidence that in Southeast Missouri, when we work hard and we do a good job of presenting the case to the jury like we know we can do, justice will be done and the client will be taken care of. If you need someone to represent you at trial, call Cook Parquette Ponder & Walls.
NextEra Energy Resources is the world's largest generator of renewable energy from the wind and sun, and a world leader in energy storage. Since 2016, NextEra Energy Resources has invested more than $339 million in Missouri to fuel local economic growth. Today, our company owns and operates one wind energy facility in the state and is looking to invest even more in the Show Me State. We are committed to being a trusted community partner and look forward to providing affordable, clean, renewable energy for generations of Missourians to come.
Mathis Funeral Home of Dexter and Bernie strives to provide their community with the accommodations and services needed to relieve your family during times of loss. For more information, give them a call and see how Mathis Funeral Home can help meet your expectations in celebrating your loved ones.
At Focus Bank, we understand your community because it's our community too. With branches across Southeast Missouri and Northeast Arkansas, Focus Bank offers services such as fraud protection, really free checking, and mobile banking that lets you bank simply and securely, anytime, anywhere. Stop by any of our branches or visit us online to open an account today. Plus, you'll receive an awesome free gift just from opening your really free checking account. And when you refer someone who opens an account, you'll both receive a gift. Focus Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Do you need personalized merchandise? Trying to celebrate the season of that big state run? Then Juju Promotions in New Madrid has you covered. Whether it's heat presses, screen printing, or embroidery, we always have an option that will leave you satisfied and looking your best. With seasonal styles and plenty of accessories, there's something here for everyone. So come in and shop around. You'll be welcome with a smile and leave more fashionable than ever. Call us at 573-748-4040 or visit us in New Madrid.
At Young Real Estate, we understand the importance of face-to-face interactions. Our experienced agents are here to listen to your needs and personalize your home buying or selling experience. But we also recognize the power of technology. Young Real Estate offers virtual showings, allowing you to explore properties from the comfort of your own home. Young Real Estate, where technology meets a personal touch. Your dreams, our expertise. Contact us today and let's make your dream home a reality.
At SEMO Health Network, we strive to provide caring and affordable health care while making our patients feel welcome in our warm and friendly atmosphere. With locations throughout Southeast Missouri, we provide medical, dental, OB, and behavioral health services to anyone and everyone that may need it. Visit SEMO Health Network for your wellness exams, COVID and flu vaccinations, lab services, dental exams, counseling, and more. For more information, visit our website and let SEMO Health Network take care of you.
Welcome to First State Community Bank, where the community is at the heart of everything we do. At FSCB, we're your trusted neighbors, committed to strengthening the connections that make our town thrive. You get more face time with our dedicated team to understand your unique needs and help guide you to financial success. We also provide the latest technology, so you can enjoy the convenience without compromising the personalized touch. Experience our hometown advantage with modern conveniences. Visit us at fscb.com.
In football, every play starts with one goal: protect the ball. It takes strength, teamwork, and focus to keep it safe. At First State Bank and Trust, we protect what you worked hard for: your finances. With us, you'll have a team that's always alert, keeping your money safe from every angle, through every challenge. We're here to protect your finances because at First State Bank and Trust, your financial security is our game plan. First State Bank and Trust. Strong, secure, trusted. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Please pass the hot sauce. No, none of that watered down ketchup. Give me the heat.
At Southern Bank, we're never not helpful.
Next stop,
Spicy City. Helping spicy grandmas and everybody else.
Thank you. Thank you for letting us be a part of your family and for trusting us with the ones you love the most. Thank you for allowing us to be a part of those lifelong memories. Thank you for taking us on the job and for putting us to work. Thank you for choosing us for your first vehicle and for every vehicle after. Thank you for trusting us for 70 years.
My name is Kevin Rossville. I'm a farmer from Prairie County, Arkansas. Been farming since 1991. Started farming with my father-in-law when I got married. We've been raising rice ever since. We've all been looking for something for a change for years. And I think this 263L is going to be the next and up and coming thing for us. It's really going to work well on a lot of different ground and a lot of different farms around here.
Dynagro 263L, available exclusively at Nutrient Ag Solutions. Agriculture is not a fad, and it's not for the faint of heart. Long days become long nights, sacrificing time away from your family, even on weekends, just so you can get the crop in and get the crop out. This is your way of life. At Farm Credit Southeast Missouri, we are 100% bought into your commitment. Because we are customer-owned, it is our mission to be your ag lender, and we intend to be your value-added partner for next year and the long term.
We do things the right way, we do it honestly, and we do it well. We go to trial with confidence that in Southeast Missouri, when we work hard and we do a good job of presenting the case to the jury like we know we can do, justice will be done and the client will be taken care of. If you need someone to represent you at trial, call Cook Parkett, Ponder & Walls.
Good evening and welcome back to the campus of Saxony Lutheran High School for boys high school volleyball on Aycorp Sports. Our second game of the night features the Saxony Lutheran Crusaders taking on the Lutheran St. Charles Cougars. The Cougars took on the Notre Dame Bulldogs in game number 1, winning that game 2-1. Alongside my broadcast partner, Coach Carl Ritter, for this game, I'm Philip Britt.
And good evening on a late evening here watching some high school volleyball, Philip. This is our second game for the night, which is featuring the Saxony Lutheran Crusaders with a record of 6-11, taking on these Lutheran St. Charles Cougars, who actually, like you just mentioned, defeated the Notre Dame Bulldogs 2-1, improving their record to 19-7-1.
Well, they're a pretty solid team, Carl, no doubt about it. What do we expect to see? I haven't had a chance to see the Crusaders play yet this year. In warm-ups, they look pretty solid, but what do you expect to see out of these two teams?
Well, I'm familiar with a few of the boys there on the Saxony Lutheran team. There's about 3 boys on that squad that play club. There's a couple. There's one boy that played last year for our club that elected not to play this year. And I think I spoke with the coach for the Cougars. He indicated almost every one of his kids are playing some level of club there in St. Louis. So They're going to have a lot more probably ball experience because they're playing more than just a high school season. But you never know. It just depends on how Saxony puts it all together and how well they play, how well they, we've seen earlier in the night against Notre Dame. The Cougars have a really good front line. They run a really quick offense. So we're going to have to see what kind of blocks and how well these boys from the Saxony Lutheran Crusaders handle that quick offense. My only concern is these boys are not seeing it enough, so they might be a little bit, it may take them a while to get adjusted if they haven't played a lot of higher level ball. So we'll see, and you never know.
This is our fourth match of the night. Again, I'm going to, we didn't get officially, but I think we'll probably be playing 2 out of 3 in this match as well. So
they are. I just confirmed that with the officials.
Good,
so yeah.
Thank you. So we're going to take a quick break for the national anthem and everything, and then we'll be right back with the starting lineups.
Please pass the hot sauce. No, none of that watered down ketchup. Give me the heat.
At Southern Bank, we're never not helpful.
Next stop,
Spicy City. Helping spicy grandmas and everybody else.
NextEra Energy Resources is the world's largest generator of renewable energy from the wind and sun, and a world leader in energy storage. Since 2016, NextEra Energy Resources has invested more than $339 million in Missouri to fuel local economic growth. Today, our company owns and operates one wind energy facility in the state and is looking to invest even more in the Show Me State. We are committed to being a trusted community partner and look forward to providing affordable, clean, renewable energy for generations of Missourians to come.
My name is Kevin Rossville. I'm a farmer from Prairie County, Arkansas. Been farming since 1991. Started farming with my father-in-law when I got married. We've been raising rice ever since. We've all been looking for something for a change for years. And I think this 263L is going to be the next and up-and-coming thing for us. It's really going to work well on a lot of different ground and a lot of different farms around here.
Dynagro 263L, available exclusively at Nutrient Ag Solutions.
At Young Real Estate, we understand the importance of face-to-face interactions. Our experienced agents are here to listen to your needs and personalize your home buying or selling experience. But we also recognize the power of technology. Young Real Estate offers virtual showings, allowing you to explore properties from the comfort of your own home. Young Real Estate, where technology meets a personal touch. Your dreams, our expertise. Contact us today and let's make your dream home a reality.
Welcome back to Saxony Lutheran High School. We're going to have our starting lineups at this point for the Lutheran St. Charles Cougars. Number 16, Charlie Bennett. He's the setter for the Cougars. Did a great job in that first match. Number 2, Ryan Versman. We had a lot to say about him, and we'll have a lot to say about him tonight. The outside hitter, great leaper. Kim North, middle hitter for the, start in the middle for the Cougars. Oliver Bertel, he's a back row player, number 24.
Number 18,
Zachary Rosema, he's the other middle.
And the libero, number 8, Dylan Edson.
Number 8, Dylan DJ Edson. Edson was solid in the back row for the Cougars. Also number 4, Will Rom. He's their other starter. They didn't announce him, but he's their other starter. For the Saxony Lutheran Crusaders, number 14, Seth Miller. Number 8, Owen Buckheit. He was really hitting the ball well in warm-ups. Jumps well and hits well. Number 10, Carson Martin.
Number
13, Jonathan Palmer. He was doing a significant amount of the setting during warm-up, so I'm expecting he will be their setter. Number 2, Braden Zellner.
Number 24,
number 24, Mason Lohman. Libero's number 17, Noah Kern. This is a pretty senior-heavy team, the Crusaders are, compared to what we saw earlier from the Notre Dame team, which is a very sophomore-heavy team. It's always quite a race to the net.
Absolutely.
Competition starts before the game ever begins. So again, two teams that height-wise are pretty evenly matched. Nobody dominant in that particular aspect of the game. So we'll see, as you said, Carl, we'll see if the nice round off into a backflip each team had a back flipper, so that's pretty impressive for these young men. We'll see if the speed of the offense for the Cougars really, I think, had Notre Dame on their heels earlier in that first set. Took them a while to kind of catch up, so we'll see if they do the same thing to the Crusaders, or if the Crusaders are ready to come out and take on that quick offense. Now, the junior varsity matchup between these two teams was won by the Crusaders. Saxony Lutheran won that in 3 sets. So they won 2 sets to 1. So we started off here. Lutheran St. Charles starts with the serve, and there's a big swing from the back row for Versman. Picked up nicely by the libero, Kern, that time. And there's Kemp North out of the middle. We expected both of those two young men that just showed us what they can do, both Versman and North, to come out swinging, and they both did. So tip back over, set to the outside to Rom. He likes that cross court, but that time he cut it a little too much and hit it long and out of bounds wide. So tied up 1-1. Mason Lohman back to serve for the Crusaders. Saxony Lutheran. Top spin, got on that ball real quick and didn't quite make it over the net. So 2-1 now in favor of the Cougars. Number 10, Henry Durbin, into the game for the Lutheran St. Charles Cougars. Big swing from Buckheit on the front row. Picked up nicely back there by Versman. 4 hits on the Cougars. Ball didn't clear the tape. It was not a block, it was off the tape, so 4 hits. Noah Kern back to serve, the libero back to serve for the Crusaders. There's Rom again. This time it's down on the Crusader side. 3-2 now. The Cougars with the lead. Nice serve there from Rom. Ace.
Nice little floater, just barely over the net there, and Saxony didn't react. So you notice they've pushed their receiving line forward and see what happens.
Just missed hit there by Seth Miller. He set wasn't bad, but he just missed hit that, just mistimed it a little bit. Rom with the serve. Outside this time to Zollner, and down for the kill. In comes Samuel Petzold to give Zollner a break in the back row. There's Rom out of the back row. Out of system set, just set back over the net. And there's North in the middle again.
Unfortunately, you don't need to free ball the ball over if possible. You got to either down ball it.
Got to get some pace on it.
Yeah, exactly, to try to, because that ball was too free, too easily handled by the Cougars, who, of course, took advantage of it and put the ball on the floor.
Absolutely. Yeah, when you give them an opportunity to pass and get their setter with the second hit and then their hitters winding up, hard to stop. Jonathan Palmer hits that one into the net. So it's 7-3 now in favor of the Lutheran St. Charles Cougars. North with the serve. Outside, there's Jonathan Palmer again, this time over the block and down. Nice cross-court swing there for Palmer. Miller back for the serve. Big block up that time, and it comes over. Durbin with the hit back over, and there's Palmer again, this time from the right side. And number 2 was in the net. Jody said Versman in the net. Somebody was in the net.
Yeah, I don't know which number it was for the Cougars, but the Cougars were in the net.
I think it was Versman, I believe. He said number 2. Well, that was a
miscommunication there
play
on the
there,
offense.
but it worked for them. They got it back over. Was a good reactionary play by Palmer that time to keep that ball alive. Deep serve that time. Back set to Durbin, handled nicely by the. And there's Palmer again. You know, Palmer's long. He's got long arms and he jumps pretty well, but he's over the top of that block.
Yeah, he's done a nice job attacking the ball.
He's a junior on this senior heavy team. And down and in. It's Buckheit that time with that. No, it was Carson Martin. I apologize. Carson Martin with that strong hit to the back row. It was deep, but in the court. You know, nice job handling that ball by the setter that time, Bennett. The pass wasn't where he needed it, but he was able to bump it straight up and perfect set for Versman. A good setter can get the ball to their hitter, even if it's not the perfect pass for them. Nice tip that time by Lohman, handled well by the Cougars. Miscommunication there between the front row and back row.
Yeah, technically that left side needs to be taking the ball. Normally your libero, you know, the Saxony Lutherans playing the libero middle back. Normally I like seeing my liberos on the left side to be able to come in and take that second ball out of system. If the setter takes the first ball,
right,
that allows your what I call a pipe swing, which is your middle back, to actual swing.
Okay.
If you'll notice, I believe the Cougars are playing the libero on the left side.
So that was a point the coach was asking for
He was trying to get that back
row
attack over the net.
But I guess he wasn't above the net, is what the call was.
Right.
And the up referee was pretty emphatic that he was not. So that's out. Palmer swinging from the right side that time and hit it wide.
Yeah, and the up official is very, very well versed in the game of volleyball. Tim Niels is an excellent official. He's been around a long time, played a lot of men's volleyball.
Been a volleyball referee for a long time.
Long time, played a lot of club himself and ran a club in Perryville for years. So he definitely knows the rules and does a lot of officiating at the collegiate level as well.
Well, you know, and there's so many referees these days that try to call everything, and he doesn't. He's a volleyball referee. That's what he does. And so that's, and I'm sure that as good as he is, you know, he can kind of pick and choose where he goes, what games he does. We did have to have a referee substitution. Sammy Lawson refereed the first 2.5 matches and wasn't feeling well, so he called in a substitute. So we hope if Sammy's watching when he gets home, we hope he's feeling better and doing okay. Oh, and there's Rom from the outside. Hit that to the middle of the court. So 12-11, good tight match going. Here's DJ Edson back to serve for the Lutheran St. Charles Cougars. Rom with a tip. Buckeye got a hand on it. Zollner with the strong swing, but blocked. Tough play, but handled well and hit back over by Bennett. There was Lohman with a good hit, but he got into the net. So we are 13-11 now. Edson back to serve again. Tough set that time, and
net violation on
yep.
North.
Just gotta be careful around that net. It's so you're trying to get so close to it without touching it, and then sometimes you just get into it. Especially if the ball doesn't come over the way you expect it, and sometimes you'll get kind of lazy and touch the net. Durbin back in for Bertel. Bennett back to serve for the Cougars. Little pass all the way across the court to Miller, but he was not able to keep it in the court. Hit it long. So 15-12, Bennett back to serve again. He's their quality setter for this Lutheran St. Charles team. And in. Braden Zollner that time with a solid hit from the outside. Waiting to serve, Noah Kern for Saxony Lutheran, the hosts here tonight. We appreciate their hospitality here. It's been a good night of volleyball for us here. Palmer with the set. Lohman saved it, but it went out of bounds off. Couldn't be corralled by Miller when he went after it. So 16-13 now. Rom back to serve for the Cougars. Nice hit out of the middle that time by Carson Martin, number 10. Not much Rom could do with that one.
No, and he attacked the ball really quickly too, so.
Yep. Petzold with the ace. So nice serve from him and not able to be handled by the Cougars. He's back to serve again. Handled a little better that time. Outside to so back to the middle to North and off the hands and out of bounds. A couple of pretty good swings and good defensive play by Saxony Lutheran at that time. North now back to serve for Lutheran St. Charles. Oh, there's a overpass right to Zachary Rosema. He hasn't gotten as much attention from us tonight as North, but he's played a solid middle when North's in the back row. He and Versman together on the front row is side by side on the front row is a pretty formidable duo. Versman with the swing and Out. Didn't think it hit anybody. Hit the tape and rolled down the net and didn't hit any of the blockers on the Saxony Lutheran side. Not sure how it avoided them, but I don't believe it did. There's Rosema again with a quick hit. Bartel back into the game to serve for Lutheran St. Charles. Back set to Carson Martin, and another good swing from him right into the back corner.
Martin does a nice job for his size. He gets up well, has a really quick arm swing, and attacks the ball real aggressively. I like the way that kid plays.
Absolutely.
He does a great job.
Nice aggressive serve. Buckeye ball came over, and he thought he was ready. He was ready for it, but he got a little anxious and hit it into the top of the net. So pass back to Palmer. Strong swing out of the right side. Cross court. Put that ball down. I like that player. He's a solid player.
Yeah, Jonathan does a great job. He's a good player.
Yeah, he's back to serve. Good covering that block. Set to the outside to Zollner. Palmer looking for a spot. Picked up nicely by Edson. Set to the outside to Zollner again. This time he sets it back over, set a little wide. There's Rom, picked up by Zollner. Zollner again, this time blocked and touched and then out of bounds. So went off the block, but then touched by the Crusaders. Edson's back to serve, the libero back to serve for Lutheran St. Charles, leading 21-18 here in set number one. A big hit by Lohman. Good hit by Lohman. Carl, there's your junior varsity line judge making the call against his team, and you got to give those kids credit. The varsity line judge in the junior varsity game made a couple of calls that went against his team, but he was right on it, and the referee actually turned to him and said thank you one time because it was a close call, and he saw it and made the call. Nice play by Zollner. Pick back up. They've regrouped. Still playing with a nice rally. Nice reactions on the Crusader side. Now they get to set it up. Oh, he finds the
rally.
spot.
That was an awesome rally there. That's a big momentum getter there for Saxony Lutheran, win a rally like that. And
especially to tie it up this late in the match. Late in the set.
This could turn things around here.
Lohman with the serve for the Crusaders.
Out.
Is there a touch? No touch.
I don't believe there was a touch on that ball either.
It would have been deep if there was. But yeah, what a change in the attitude for this Crusaders team. They're really fired up now. Let's see what the next few points bring for us. This. There were so many good plays on that last rally. There were at least 3 times where the play looked like it was over. Point was going to be scored by Lutheran St. Charles, and Saxony Lutheran was able to get it back. And then finally Palmer found the spot to drop that set over. And so, we'll see. Volleyball is such a game of shifts and momentum. So we'll see if that's what they needed. Lohman back to serve again for the Crusaders. Good serve, handled nicely. Oh, right to the middle to their man North, but he couldn't get it over the net.
Ball wasn't set high enough for him there, and
just a little misfeed there between the setter and his middle hitter. Let's try it again. Got it up that time.
He found the floor that time, didn't he?
Got it right where he needed it that time. Sure did. So 23-22 with the serve over to Bennett from Lutheran St. Charles. After that nice set to his compatriot in the middle, North. Ball hit back over by Lohman. Versman out of the back row. Lohman sets it up, and Zollner with a really smart play there. He went right down the line and off of Edson and out of bounds. So set point for the home team. Saxony Lutheran Crusaders up 24-22 here, set point. Quick set to the middle again for North, and he puts it straight down. There's just not much you can do about that. I mean, he hit it inside the defense, and the defense was pulled up, and he still hit it inside the defense. And off hands and out of bounds. So that's set number one goes to the Saxony Lutheran Crusaders, 25-23. I think the Lutheran St. Charles team may be a little shocked, and so we'll talk about that as soon as we get back from a quick break. We'll be back here at Saxony Lutheran High School on Aycorp Sports. We're back here at Saxony Lutheran High School, where the Saxony Lutheran Crusaders boys volleyball team just won set number one against the Lutheran St. Charles Cougars. The records coming in certainly had this match appearing to be at least in favor of the Cougars, but Saxony Lutheran hung around. They stayed close. And then they got that big momentum shift after that point at 21-21 and ended up pulling out the win. So, Coach, what do the Cougars have to do to switch that around, and what do these Crusaders have to do to keep it going?
Well, Saxony's going to have to keep the same level of intensity up that they did in the first set. They did a very good job blocking, putting the ball, hands on the ball, slowing the ball down. It wasn't always a successful block as far as a kill block. The blockers did what they needed to do to slow the ball down so the back row could get the ball to the setter. I feel like the Cougars are going to have to step up their level of intensity. But I don't know if they came into this with a little bit of laid back attitude that their record's not as what Notre Dame's was, so we got a little easy road on our shoulder. But I think they've just found out differently. They're going to have to play if they expect to win this second set.
And they knew that Notre Dame had beaten Saxony a couple of times, and so maybe they did have that, at least in the back of their minds, that this shouldn't be that difficult for us. So,
I'm sure that probably went through their heads. They're thinking, hey, their record, I think Saxony's record's not the best.
Right, 6-11 maybe.
6-11. They probably seen that, thinking, this is going to be fairly easy for us.
Big block there.
I think they're finding it out. There's another block by the Saxony Crusaders. So I'm telling you, they're doing a great job putting the block up and slowing down the offense of the Cougars.
Buckeye and Lohman combined for that block. Palmer back to serve again for the Crusaders. There's another point. That ball went behind the referee, I think, even, not just behind the antenna, but that was a good try there, but not able to be successful. Rom with the tip, trying to find the spot, covered nicely by Palmer. Palmer sets it over. Just a little out of sorts right now for the Cougars. And then there's Buckeye, Owen Buckeye up with the strong hit on the overpass.
Tell you what, this Saxony group is looking really good right now.
They are.
They got the momentum in their favor. I'm telling you, they're taking advantage of that momentum, and they just keep putting it to the Cougars.
Absolutely. Back set to Lohman and finds a spot. Nice job by the Crusaders. Out to a 5-0 lead here in set number 2. Palmer's been served 4 in a row. Sets it outside to Zollner and finds the floor again. Nice job by Braden Zollner. Not a very tall player, but he's a solid player out there for sure. Set to Rom. Picked up by Miller that time. Hit over and down and blocked by the Cougars that time. They got their block up and won the serve back. So it's 6-1 now after the Crusaders finally relinquished the serve. Palmer with a nice save there. Rom with the tip. Picked up by Zollner. There's Lohman with the tip over. Nice hustle by Kern, the libero that time. Free ball back over. Let's see what they can accomplish here. Rom with the swing. Nice job there by Seth Miller again. Off the block and out of bounds. A little frustration on the side of the faces of the.
Seth Miller's doing a great job playing defense on that left side. He's pulled some good balls up, hard hit balls.
So the referee's talking to one of the Crusaders players, just keeping the game under control. So Lohman back to serve for Saxony Lutheran. First pass into the net, not able to be handled for a second hit. So
I tell you what, Saxony's got the Cougars frustrated. It's very obvious.
They really do. They got them back on their heels defensively, and they're not responding well. And that ball is out. Really close.
It was close,
but out. The referee was right on top of it. And that's a referee assigned by the Crusaders. It is a parent, apparently, but he was right on top of it looking at it. So Bennett with the serve. Lohman not able to handle the serve. 8-3 now. Crusaders still with the lead. Bennett back to serve again for the Lutheran St. Charles Cougars. Hit outside by Miller. Picked up nicely by the Cougars, though. That was not where Zollner needed it. He couldn't get to it to tip that ball over. So 8-4 now. Momentum shifted a little bit in favor of the Cougars. Bennett back to serve. Palmer with the pass. Miller just hits it back over. North back in the front row, making noise.
Yeah, Saxony needs to get a swing on the ball. They're getting the pass. They're just not getting the ball to the hitter where they need to, and they need to get a swing on the ball.
Yeah, they started off hitting well, and now they've just kind of been, and then they are using the hands out of bounds by Miller. Seth Miller with the solid hit off the block. So Kern, libero, back to serve for the Crusaders. Set up to Versman in the back row. We haven't called his name a lot in this set so far. Good hustle by Kern. See if Lohman can get it over.
Wow, so close.
Just short. Great try. Great hustle by both Kern and Lohman trying to get that ball back over. It's 9-6. Rom back to serve for the Cougars. Miller again. Versman swinging hard but hits it out of bounds. Trying to catch that line but cut it too much. Trying to go around the block. And he did.
Just a little bit on the wide side, I would say.
A little bit wide. Just a bit outside. Petzold with the serve. And that was out. It's called by the down referee. The line judge, I don't think, could see it.
Yeah, he didn't. He put his hand in front of his eyes,
Right.
indicating he did not see the ball hit the floor.
He's trying really hard to cover it, so he's a little defensive miscommunication there on the Crusaders side. Well, allowed that ball to drop into the middle of the court. So North back to serve for the Cougars. Palmer with the swing from the outside. There's Versman right into the block.
Beautiful block there. The
Very
technique
nice
on
block.
both players was just, has a beautiful technique block. I mean, both boys got up there, penetrated the net well, turned their hands to the zone, and of course it was successful. It was perfect picture block there.
Martin and Miller on that combined block. Beautiful block against one of the best hitters we've seen. So Versman's a solid hitter from the outside. So they had it up again. That time didn't quite penetrate the net, and it came down on their side. He's going to keep swinging, though. The coach wants him to keep swinging for sure. 12-8. Crusaders with the lead here in set number 2, having won the first set. Bertel back to serve for Lutheran St. Charles. Set to the outside to Palmer. Palmer with a big swing. He's a powerful hitter, but he's a solid setter as well. So that's a good combination to have in a kid, in a young man like him. Martin's back to serve. Deep serve, handled by the libero. Just free ball back over. Oh, nice play because that ball tipped the net. Versman blocked one-on-one that time by Palmer.
Palmer again, beautiful technique there. Extended his body up well above the net, penetrated over, and the ball had nowhere to go but right back in the opponent's court.
Set to the middle that time and down by Rosema. Perfect timing on that quick set. Versman back to serve. It's a tough serve. That hit the antenna, so it was out. 14-10. Crusaders still with the lead. Versman back to serve again for the Cougars, and that's long. He has a powerful jump serve, but it definitely had a little too much on that one. Reset the antenna, make sure it's good to go. Palmer back to serve at 15-10. 5-point lead for the Crusaders. Set to Rom, and there's the block back up again. Buckeye with the big block that time. So coach is talking to his setter, trying to talk to him about what he wants him doing with the ball. Rom with the tip. Set to Zollner. Zollner tips it over. Now we're going to see if Rom can get the swing, and he does. Tips it up, hits the top of the net, and goes down. Defense was back a little bit, wasn't able to cover that. 16-11, still a 5-point lead for the Saxony Lutheran Crusaders. DJ Edson back to serve. Edson with a nice defensive play. North with a quick hit out of the middle. Defense wasn't quite ready for that. Set to Buckeye in the middle and off the hands, over the net and out of bounds. 17-12. Saxony Lutheran with the lead. Lohman back to serve again. Rom with the hit, picked up by Lohman. And
net violation on the Owen Buckheit on the block.
Okay. Number 8 Buckeye with the in the net. Bennett back to serve. Floater. And Rom won the battle at the net, tipped it over, and not able to be handled by the Crusaders defense. 17-14 now. Bennett on a little bit of a roll on the serve. Nice defense that time. North with the set. Outside to Zollner, right side to Zollner, picks it up. North with the swing, pound that ball, and it was in. 17-15, timeout. Saxony Lutheran. We'll take a timeout with them. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
We do things the right way, we do it honestly, and we do it well. We go to trial with confidence that in Southeast Missouri, when we work hard and we do a good job of presenting the case to the jury like we know we can do, justice will be done and the client will be taken care of. If you need someone to represent you at trial, call Cook Parkett, Ponder & Walls.
And we're back here at Saxony Lutheran High School, Jackson, Missouri, where the Crusaders won set number 1 in this boys volleyball match. Set number 2, they're up to 17-15 over the Lutheran St. Charles Cougars. The Cougars have the serve. Down by 2 here in set number 2. Their setter, Charlie Bennett, has the serve. Set to Miller. Miller was blocked. Nice play by Miller to get that one back over. Big block by Buckeye on North there in the front row. Oh, good hands by North. Buckeye just tried to tap that ball back over, and North was up there to block it.
A lot of net play. Both kids are, teams are jumping well, getting off the floor, and there's a lot of athleticism out there on the court.
So Bennett with the serve again. Pass back to Buckeye. Buckeye found the line that time. Right down the line.
A little off-speed shot there from Buckeye at that time, and just placed it right where it needed to be. Didn't have to be powerful to get the kill.
18-16. Noah Kern back to serve and serves it long. A little over-anxious on that one. So 18-17. With Will Rom back to serve for the Cougars. Nope, couldn't get it over. I thought maybe Martin was going to be able to spin that ball over after Palmer couldn't get his set over. Looked like he saw a spot and was trying to hit it to it, but couldn't get it over the net. This time the set to Martin is down. Nice set by Palmer and Martin with a good hit. Here's Petzold back into, sorry about that, Samuel Petzold back into serve for the Crusaders. Picked up, set back over the net. Miller again. This time the set goes to the middle to North, and that was in. Now he called it out. He called it in first, then he called it out. He called it in first, then he called it out, so the referee is asking him
we'll see
what he saw.
Did. All right.
He called it out. The line judge was certain that's what happened.
And he is part of the Cougars.
That's right.
Group.
He's
So
Cougars
there again,
JV player. So.
Close match like this, and the kid calls what he does, what he sees. So
yep. And
again,
I think that probably the referee realized that. So nice play, saving that ball right there. Versman with the hit. Let's see if they can get it back over. They can. Back to Versman again. Tips it back over with some pace, but in. Again, that wasn't the best situation for him, but he just found the spot that it needed to go. 2019. North back to serve for the Cougars of Lutheran St. Charles. Palmer with a solid swing that time. I'm impressed with this Palmer kid for sure. He's a solid player.
He was going up to put the ball on the floor, and that's exactly what he did.
They sure had that intention. Miller with the serve. Set back to Durbin. Big block by Lohman that time.
Lohman's a leaper.
He is.
He can get off the floor. Yep. Well, Saxon's just 3 points away from taking this match.
They sure are. 22-19. Nice serve by Miller. And there's Rosema in the middle again. Their timing's pretty good between he and Bennett. So Bertel back in for Lutheran St. Charles, back in to serve and play the back row. So the set to Palmer, tips it over, and a point for Notre Dame. 23-20.
Notre Dame, you meant Saxony Lutheran there.
Saxony Lutheran, that's right, you're right. Notre Dame's already gone home for the night.
Yeah, they're probably already in bed.
They are, they probably are. Saxony Lutheran, thank you, the home team tonight. Set back over. Palmer with a set from deep. Touched and out, but good. Another point. Oh, they gave that.
They got the wrong score up there. It should be 24-20.
Right. It should be 24-20. And we found out in the other match that they weren't really sure how to take that point off and put it on the other side. So.
Oh, really? Yeah, they're working on it now.
So 20. So that should be 24-20.
There we go.
Now we've got the score right. We had the score. Did we have the score right? I don't know. I wasn't looking at it. So, but we do now. Everybody's got it set. So 24-20 match point for the Saxony Lutheran Crusaders, looking for their 7th win of the season right here against the Lutheran St. Charles Cougars.
That has a record of 19-7-1. That looks like to me they're going to be having that
19-8-1.
19-8-1 after Saxony gets done with them here, it looks like.
Good pickup there on defense. Palmer hits it to the back corner, picked up nicely that time. Palmer with the hit. Oh, wow, nice play by the Cougars. They're not giving up. Lohman with the swing in, blocked. The Cougars are not giving up. 24-21 now. They're fired up. They're not ready to go home yet.
They're not
Carl.
ready. No, they're not. Even though it's almost 10 o'clock at night, they're not ready.
And they've got a
2-hour
drive home.
Absolutely.
Versman back to serve. Nice play. Everybody's swinging. Oh, there's Palmer. A fitting ending to this match. Palmer with a big, huge hit right in the middle of the court. My watch just went off. Loud environment. It's loud in here. The Saxony Lutheran Crusader fans really excited about this win tonight.
Absolutely, and that was a big win for them, you know, with their record not being even at 500 and taking a team like that they just played, and
absolutely
with only 7 losses on the season, give them their 8th loss. I mean, you couldn't be happier if I was them kids and the coaches.
Absolutely.
For Saxon, and not only them, but the fans, you know. Parents,
That's right.
I'm sure.
That's right.
Parents are pretty happy right now as well.
Exactly. So, Coach, this will be our last regular season broadcast. We're not going to be broadcasting next week, but then we have districts coming up. We are going to probably try to do, just for everybody out there, we're going to probably try to do the championship game of District 1. It'll be at Notre Dame, and that district consists of Notre Dame and Saxony, 2 of the teams we saw here tonight, and then Seckman from St. Louis, St. Pius out of Festus, and then Northwest High School from Cedar Hill. So those are the 5 teams in that district. We'll see how that district plays out, and we'll try to be there to do the championship game. I think that's on the 12th. So that's what we're looking at, May the 12th.
Be nothing happier to see Saxony and Notre Dame in the championship.
Absolutely, that would be great, awesome. Wouldn't it? And the way they played tonight, I guarantee you this. There are a lot of teams in that district that aren't going to want to be playing this Saxony Lutheran team. They looked really solid tonight.
Yeah, and I don't know if people out there are aware of it, but the state tournament is going to be held here in Cape Girardeau at the Show Me Center.
Absolutely.
For the first year. The second year of the Misha sanctioned event for the boys, but it'll be the first year for us to have it down here in Cape Girardeau with us only having 2 teams in Southeast Missouri. I think that's quite of an honor for us to be able to capture that state championship here in at the Show Me Center.
You know, and I was a little concerned because, the Show Me Center has hosted the girls' state championship for several years, and that's leaving this next year and going to St. Joseph. And so having the boys' championship, even though it's only one class, that's a great accomplishment for us. And we at Aycorp Sports are going to be partnering with Misha to bring you that Final Four. We're excited about being able to work with them. And we will be coming to you from the Show Me Center for all 4 of those games on Misha TV. So, Coach, after a long night of volleyball, I'm glad they chose to play 2 out of 3 because 3 out of 5, we probably still wouldn't be starting that match yet.
You're right. We wouldn't be here. And, I want to give hats off to Aycorp Sports for taking the time and the energy, and you, Phillips, to cover high school boys volleyball. That says a lot about Aycorp Sports and the things you're doing here for Southeast Missouri, not just in boys volleyball, but for all the sports and the kids and the parents and communities. It gives them an opportunity to maybe watch and see something that they're not able to attend. And hats off to Aycorp Sports. We appreciate you guys.
Well, we appreciate that. And, a shout out to Coach Sam Sides. He's the athletic director here at Saxony Lutheran. He's been a coach in the area for over 30 years, maybe 40 years, and is retiring this year as the athletic director. Been a great host for us when we come up here to play, and so to broadcast games that they play. And we wish him the best in his retirement, and look forward to continuing to work with Saxony Lutheran in the future. Well, tonight's games, our first game. That Notre Dame came up on the short end against Lutheran St. Charles, but the Saxony Lutheran Crusaders were able to take it to the Cougars in the second game and win. So good for them. What a great night of volleyball. We're glad you were able to join us. Thank you, Carl Ritter. Thank you to Josh I behind the scenes, and Matthew Williams, who's on the camera. And we will be back with you. I think on Misha TV for the district championship game of District 1. So from Saxony Lutheran High School in Jackson, Missouri, this is Philip Britt saying good night.